Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about how to retarget our Facebook ads to the people that haven't subscribed to download our free download, or have landed on our landing page and not gone through to the end, or have landed on our website and not made a purchase. So this is all about reconnecting with those people, and we're also going to be talking about lookalike audiences and how to create them on Facebook. So tonight's webinar is very, very practical, very hands-on, and we're going to get started straight away. So welcome for those of you guys that are on here. So as I mentioned, that's the agenda for tonight. And the reason why I want to show you guys how to set up Facebook pixels is because on our webinar last week or 2 weeks ago, I briefly explained what Facebook pixels are. Now, Facebook pixels is really amazing. It's something that has completely changed the game for marketers, digital marketers, and business owners like ourselves. When you understand the power of Facebook pixels, you will actually understand it's something really simple and easy to use. It sounds really crazy and it sounds like it's really technical, but it's actually not that hard to install it once you know how to get it done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually jump on, and I've created a brand new Facebook account just for tonight's webinar so that you guys can see how to create and set up your Facebook pixel if you haven't already. So a Facebook pixel tracks anyone that's clicked on your ad, landed on your website, landing page, etc. It tracks your visitors, and you only get one code per Facebook account. So I have created a brand new Facebook account literally for this particular reason, because I can't do this again on my Facebook account. So what we are going to do is we are going to jump out of this screen, and I'm going to jump onto my Google Chrome and show you guys how I've set this up. So I'm just going to change the screen sharing now so that you guys can see this. So now what you can see is a brand new account. You're in the ads manager of this account. So just to take it back, what I've done is I've gone on Facebook and I don't even know how I have someone on my newsfeed. This is strange. But what I've done is I've gone to advertising on Facebook, right? Or create ads. In fact, we'll just go create ads. And this is now loading my ads manager. So this is what you'll get as soon as you go into your ads manager. But we actually don't need to create an ad just yet. We need to, so what we do is we go start again. And before we even do any of that, what we do is we click here and we type in the word pixel. So when you click on pixels, it then takes you across to another page. Hopefully you guys can still see this. Yes, you can. Awesome. And this is how you end up on this page. So you only ever need to do this once, so just follow really closely. So what we do is we create a pixel by clicking the green button, and it's going to be called your full name's pixel. And what we do is we then click create. So if you ever start a new Facebook business page, you will still be using the same pixel code for all of your different business page and different business accounts. So that's pretty much it. So now that has been created. So now what we want to do is we want to click manually install the code yourself. And now it will then give you the option to copy the code to clipboard. Now this code is an individual code that has your individual Facebook account URL. So once you copy this is the same pixel code that you will use for all of your different websites, landing pages, and different pages on your website. So this code I've now copied to clipboard, and now you're ready to use that for your website. Okay, so really, really straightforward. So for those of you guys that have already finished setting it up, if you ever want to go back in, you just type in pixel and you will end up in here, and you'll be able to copy that code. And what, so you click on setup and you click manually install the code to go back on here. So if you set it up and you don't copy the code, or you need to copy it again for a different landing page or a different website, you just click setup and manually copy code. So that code is now able to be used on your landing page and on your website. So we are now going to go back onto the PowerPoint so I can share with you guys all the different places to place that pixel, but that's the setting up of the pixel code. So any questions there, guys? If you do, just let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, I'm going to move through this quickly. No? Okay. All right. So I take it you guys are all good with that. So as I mentioned, you only get one Facebook pixel per Facebook account. I've written face pixel, ignore that. And the blue is your unique pixel ID for your account. So you only have one pixel per account. Now, where do we paste our Facebook pixel? So you always paste your Facebook pixel in the header of your website and your landing page and your thank you page, and your Shopify account. You don't put it in the footer. And this Facebook pixel is pasted in your header so that you can track all the people in the background that end up on your landing page, that end up on your website. So once you've pasted it, you don't need to think about it anymore. That's it. That's done. And because different visitors will come on different landing pages, you need to make sure that you paste your Facebook pixel on each different landing page, because you want to track all your visitors on all of your different landing pages, etc. So over here, if for those of you guys that have WordPress websites, it's really easy. What you do is, if you have a WordPress website, you go into your settings of your WordPress website and you click insert headers and footers. Once you've clicked on that, in the header section, that's where you paste your pixel code. So it's really, really straightforward. You just go settings, insert headers and footers, and you paste your pixel code. Depending on what your theme is for your website, especially if you're using WordPress, there's all these different themes. You might have to install it differently, but I'm not going to go through all of that tonight, because there's just so many different types of websites that we all have different types of themes and plugins, but that's the most basic fundamental way to paste the pixel code so that it's installed on all your pages. So by doing it that way, it's installed across every single page on your website. Now, if you have a Shopify account, which Pauline does, what you do is you click on settings within your Shopify dashboard, and then you click online store and you copy and paste your pixel ID. So you don't paste your entire pixel code, you just paste the pixel ID, which was basically the blue highlight that I showed you guys before. So that would be that number, the 215 number. That's going to be different for everyone's account. So if you have a Shopify account, that's what you do. And that's where it will show up in the settings in the Shopify account. Now, for those of you guys that are using Entre Pages, which is a landing page platform that I have decided is the best one for you guys. I've done my review. I've checked all of the different pricing of, lead pages, entre pages, and all that. I think entre pages is actually really, it's actually quite affordable. Like I've mentioned in the Facebook group, entre pages is something like $15 a month to use the premium feature. And what you can do is once you've subscribed or taken up the membership to have a premium feature on Entre Pages, you can then connect that up with your active campaign, which, as you guys all know, I am a massive advocate for. Okay, so Serena, if you download a photo from, can you still use pixels? So I don't know what you quite mean there. So you use your pixels for your website and for your landing pages. Yeah, Sarita, can you just explain what the question is, and I will get back to that. So as I mentioned, Entre Pages, I'm just going to quickly double check the pricing. Entre Pages, yes, is $15 for an upgraded account, $9 to join Active Campaign. So together, that's $24 a month. Whereas Lead Pages is $25, and so that will mean that Entre Pages is actually cheaper than Lead Pages. Last week I did say that it was more expensive to use Entreport, but what I didn't realize was that Entreport is a alternative to Active Campaign. So Entre Pages is actually still the cheaper option as opposed to Lead Pages. So if you guys haven't decided what landing page platform you want to create yet, I would go with that. Yes, Serena. So if you downloaded a guide from your phone, Facebook will still be able to track those downloads via pixels. It does work for both people that use their phones as well as their desktops. Great question. At least in terms of WordPress, I'm not going to go into it in detail because it's just way too much detail and not everyone has a WordPress website. So just re-watch this webinar and you'll be able to see what to click. It's just settings and insert headers and footers. But everyone's website's different, so I'm not going to cover that in tonight's webinar. So on Entre Pages, it's pretty simple. You click on your landing page. So for mine, mine was Kickstarter guide, and then you click on settings. And what that will do is it will take you to, you'll be able to scroll down to custom code. And as I've mentioned, it's a premium feature. Once you've paid for a premium subscription for Entre Pages, you'll be able to then paste your pixel into the custom code. So it's really simple, really straightforward. If you have ClickFunnels, it's really simple as well. You just click on Edit Page, and then you, which is then in the Settings section, and then you click Tracking Code and you paste your Facebook pixel there. So make sure that you paste your Facebook pixel if you have the option. For instance, I use WordPress for my landing pages. I've only just started using Entre Pages because I want to show you guys how to use it, and also because my website happened to crash on the weekend because I had over 300 something subscribers. So using Entre Pages was like, it was a last minute quick just alternative free thing that I was doing. But for those of you guys that have a WordPress based landing page, you'll be able to edit and insert your pixel for your thank you page as well. So it's very, very important that you paste your pixel in your thank you page. Suzanne, I don't recommend using ClickFunnels for now if it's very expensive. I agree. It was like $99 US a month. I think Entre Pages is the way to go. Yeah, the only reason I'm showing ClickFunnels is because some people have started with ClickFunnels. And for those of you guys that have, then this is where you would paste it. But for the purpose of, yeah, that's just for the purpose of tonight's webinar, but Pages is definitely the most affordable medium that I've checked out across all of the different landing pages for you guys. Okay, so moving forward, and before we even can move forward from that, any more questions in regards to pixels and Facebook pixels and things like that? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. All right, so retargeting. Retargeting is really, really awesome for us anyway. It's very annoying when you are being retargeted to, especially if I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but if you've been on Expedia or carsales.com, they are ruthless with their retargeting. If you've ever clicked on Expedia and shown that you wanted to visit a certain destination or book a certain hotel and you haven't ended up booking, what Expedia does is it retargets you by placing a cookie on your computer, so on your browser. So what that means is you visited the website, a cookie is installed, which is thanks to the pixels, or I think Google Analytics also has this option as well. So it's mainly more of a Google Analytics thing. But what then happens is you start seeing their ad everywhere until you remove cookies from your browser. So if you get this often, guys, what you can do is clear out your cookies. And you'll stop seeing those stupid ads saying, hey, book that holiday or purchase this car. But for us as marketers, as business owners, it's really useful. It's really, really handy because we can then start targeting people that have ended up on our landing page, but but didn't subscribe, or we can target people that have ended up on our website that have gone to the cart and didn't purchase. So there's actually an option where you have an abandoned cart kind of ad, and you can actually do that. So it's really nifty, really cool. And what that means is your ad then gets shown to them, and they go back on your landing page and decide again whether or not they want to download either your new hook or your original hook, or make that purchase. So that's what retargeting is, and it's a powerful, powerful tool. Now, once you've done retargeting, you then have a couple of options. You've got two options then to use that information that Facebook has enabled you. The first option is you can re-engage with the people that have ended up on your landing page or your e-commerce store or website but didn't make that download, didn't make that purchase. You can re-engage with them by creating a custom audience that specifically uses, by pasting the URL of the website that they have been on, and then pasting the URL of the bit that they didn't end up on. And Facebook then will go, okay, I will track the people that have landed on maybe Thrive and Shine Coach / free marketing guide, but not landed on Thrive and Shine Coach / sign up - thank you page. And what that means is if they haven't ended up on your thank you page, it means they haven't downloaded your guide. So you can re-engage with these people by creating a custom audience. Don't worry, I will show you guys how to do this. I'm just telling you the theory behind it, but that's what a custom audience is great for. Now, the other thing that you can do with your custom audience is you can create a lookalike audience. So a custom audience is pretty much basically another term for a feature on Facebook. It's just a feature that's on Facebook that allows you to create certain types of audiences. So you can either re-engage with people or create a lookalike audience, which, go figure, is an audience that looks like the people that have downloaded your guide. So two things: people that haven't, or people that look like the people that have. Hopefully that's very, very straightforward. So how do we do that? So what we do is we go into our ads manager and we click on create custom audience. So when we're in our ad manager, when we've already created a campaign, and like I taught you guys in last week's webinar, pretty much you create a either a traffic or a conversion ad. Traffic ads are better for people that have a list of less than 300. Conversion ads are fantastic if you have more. Once you have created a campaign, in the ad set section of your ad, you then create a custom audience. So I think we have enough time for me to show you guys how to do that, and I think it would be very, very useful to show you guys how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go into Facebook and I'm going to go into my ads manager. So pretty much what that would look like is and we're going to do some screen sharing. So there we go. Okay, so hopefully you're all seeing this screen, and it's going to take a little while. Yep, awesome, Eliza. So we go into our ad account. And the great thing is I haven't actually needed to spend any money on ads over these last couple of weeks, because I've actually been using my free strategy of using the same ad image and the same ad text, changing the copy a little bit and posting them in Facebook groups. And it literally exploded on the weekend because what I did was I put it in two particular groups where they were okay with people having a yes ladder. Some groups don't allow it, but these two groups did. And the yes ladder exploded, and people were actually starting to kind of follow the crowd. And because heaps of people were commenting, being like, yes, I want the guide. Yes, this is my favorite emoji. It went from like 0 to like 300 people over the weekend. It was nuts. So, okay, that's my matcha ad, but let's just go to this one. Okay, so we're going to edit this. So as you guys can see, where it says website, that's where my pixel code is. So the pixel code's already going to be in there, and I've selected it so that the pixel code is for people that end up on my sign up thank you page. Okay, so once people have ended up on my sign up thank you page, that activates the pixel, and that tells Facebook that yes, I've had a conversion. So if I put $5 into that ad and I had 5 people that ended up activating this particular pixel, under conversions, which you will see in the screen I had before, it'll show conversions being 5. So that's where you can do your tracking, and tracking is really awesome. So what we do is under audience, we create a new audience. So over down here, this is where I showed you guys about detailed targeting. When you are doing a custom audience or a lookalike audience, you actually want to open right up your detailed targeting, because if you have a lookalike audience and you're also narrowing it down to people that fit a particular interest group, Facebook is really going to struggle with even if it's a small budget of $5, Facebook is really going to struggle to know how to actually use up that budget because it's too narrow. So you want to open up the interests and make that wide open and just use a custom audience when you're doing this. Eliza, I will definitely answer that question later on. Yeah, it is a little bit off topic in terms of split testing, but yeah, I'll cover that hopefully tonight or in a later webinar. So what we do is in custom audience, we go create new. So we click on create new. And we've got either lookalike or custom. So we're going to select the custom audience to create a custom audience of people that have ended up on our landing page but not ended up on our thank you page, or have ended up on our website and not ended up paying or making that purchase. So website traffic is what we want. Now here, what you then do is, so we've got 1 pixel, right? I've only got 1 pixel per account, as I mentioned. And we go all website visitors or people who visited a specific website. And you can select the last 30 days or the last 90 days. You then paste the URL, the end URL of your landing page. So mine would be thriveandshinecoach.com free branding guide, for instance. So I would copy that URL and I would paste that here. So you don't need the whole URL, just the end bit. And then, so this is now going to target people that have landed on your landing page. But we don't want to target everyone that's landed, because some people landed and already subscribed, so we don't need to retarget to them. So we click further refine by, and also, and then we click excludes, and we use our thank you page. So my thank you page is sign up _ thank you. So we then paste the end URL of our thank you page. And this is because I'm using WordPress. So if you are using ClickFunnels, you will have a thank you URL. Not too sure if you will have a thank you URL though for Entre Pages. Well, actually you can, because what you can select on Entre Pages is for it to go to another landing page once they've subscribed. So it does work. So yeah, so you click, so you select the URL for your landing page to be contained, and then doesn't contain is your thank you page. And then you can call this bounced landing page viewers. And then you create audience. It will tell you that the audience size is too small. Well, duh, obviously, because there's probably only, 50 or 100 people that have landed on your landing page and not ended up signing up. So just click don't show me this message again, or that's okay, and then click on create audience. And what you then do is, so it tells you now that your audience, your custom audience is created. So that's how you do a custom audience to retarget. And similarly, if you wanted to create a custom audience of a lookalike audience, you click on lookalike audience, and here you click create new, and you can upload, you actually can upload your list. So I will, and so that's by clicking that, and then now clicking customer file and adding customers by an upload. So don't worry about that, because you guys won't have a giant list just yet to create a lookalike audience. But once you've got a list of over 300 people, you can then save your, you can save your contact list and export it from ActiveCampaign and then upload it onto Facebook. And that then allows you to create a lookalike audience of your contact list, so that you are then targeting and marketing to people that have